Alright, you guys, this is going to be your daily tarot guidance reading. It's been a minute, so I know it's been a while. I've had to take a little vacation from YouTube just for a little bit, just to re-energize myself. So yeah, I hope you guys have been well. Let's go ahead and tune into the energy, which will be for Tuesday. So Tuesday, May the 29th, 2018. All right, let's see. What are the energies? What are the energies surrounding Tuesday, May the 29th? We're almost at the end of the month. It's crazy how time flies. Okay, let's see. Page of Wands, Death card, the Moon card, the Nine of Pentacles. Two cards want to come out. The Queen of Wands and the Ten of Cups. I'm going to keep shuffling just for one card. It's weird how these cards are like flipped up like that. So you have the Five of Wands. Bottom card is the Three of Wands. A lot of Wands energy you notice that's coming out, but I feel like it's due to we are in a Sagittarian new moon energy. So that could have something to do with this. I feel these two majors, I'm seeing the moon and the sun. So in this death card, I'm using the After Tarot. So I'm seeing the moon and the sun. So the sun here and the moon here. Okay. So definitely some energies, subconscious and the conscious energy. There is something here, I feel. And I feel it's going to be with the Sagittarian new moon. For a lot of you guys, there's going to be a lot of revelations. I feel like things are going to be revealed to you. And the Death card and the moon to me both represent subconscious energy. Even though the Death card has the sun here. And this card, I feel overall, I'm getting something about two sides to every story, but it goes back to that polarity energy, the subconscious and the conscious mind or energies. I'm getting that a lot of things are going to be revealed internally than externally. So it's the reverse. Maybe you're always looking for the energy or the answers or the signs or message outside of yourself, whether that be you're looking for someone to validate something for you, someone to say something to you, give you a green light, waiting for spirit, waiting for the universe, waiting for a number, waiting for some sort of sign or synchronicity to tell you something or show you something. In this case, it's like you're challenged by this energy. There may be something that you're being guided to do, some sort of action that you're being guided to take with the Page of Wands. You may be guided to adventure. You know, it could be an adventure. The Sagittarian energy is all about adventure, travel, education. If something that you want to embark on or you want to move forth with, could just be a decision. It could be anything, whatever resonates with you. But you're looking for a specific message that tells you that that's what it should be, that's what it is, that's where you should go, whatever resonates, whatever fits with you. And you're challenged by this energy because it's like you're going to have to start navigating from within. Because Spirit's telling you, with the Moon card, as your approach to the situation, your suggested approach as the Moon, you are going to have to go forth with what's internal, what's inside of yourself. Sometimes our imagination is what really is reality. I don't want to get into all of, you know, the 3D reality and all of that and the illusions, the matrix and all that. I can go on forever with that. But a lot of what you see is not what it appears to be on the surface. So it could be that this moon is teaching you not to just go by what you see or look for all of the answers outside of yourself. It's time to start navigating from within you first. So the things that you're imagining, or the things that seem like illusions and things that might not seem real, may be the very thing that is true. That is the actual thing, something that you really can't validate, but it's validated within yourself intuitively. And this moon, I feel, in Sagittarius, this full moon is going to kind of push a lot of you to start navigating from within yourself, guiding yourself, even if you don't feel like you have enough evidence, or you're not getting the validation that you're seeking, or it's almost damn near impossible to get outside validation, or something that you're looking for. You might try to seek it from someone else, but in reality, you might not find pleasure in seeking things outside of yourself anymore, and it's time to start going internal rather than external. I hope that makes sense. With the Nine of Pentacles as the suggested focus, okay? This is the ultimate card of being independent and loving it. The card of being able to stand on your own 2 feet and tending to your own needs, your own wants and needs. You're not looking for anything outside of yourself. You're proud of yourself. You're proud of the fact that you're able to maintain your own, your own business, your own life, your health, your happiness. You're able to maintain it all. And it doesn't mean that necessarily that you don't find, contentment or joy from things outside of yourself or people around you, but you know that in order to gain something that you're seeking, you can't feel empty. So a lot of you guys, if you're seeking happiness outside of yourself, you're not going to find it. If you're seeking, I'll be good once I make this much money, if you're in that type of energy, you're never going to be fulfilled. So focusing on what can I do to gain independence within myself, in my life, the things that I have going on around me. It's time to be self-sufficient in many different ways. Doesn't have to be, for some of you, it could be mundane things such as being able to, you know, pay your own bills without the help of someone else. It could also be being able to, because this sometimes could be the single card, being happy and single, living your life, living it up. Sometimes it's not easy for some people. There's some people that always have to be in a relationship, or have never known what it's like to not be in a relationship. They haven't been single for very long. It could be multiple things. But whatever fits you and resonates with you, it's time to be more reliant, self-reliant, independent, but happy doing it. This is true happiness within yourself. You're not trying to find it outside of yourself. The Ten of Pentacles is that completion of everything that you've been asking for or putting together. But a true alchemist knows that nothing outside of yourself comes without being in touch with yourself, knowing that you create internally then outwardly. So that's kind of the vibe I get from the Moon and the Death card. The Death to needing something outside first, and then I'll feel better, or then I'll know that it's the truth if someone else tells me, rather than I know it's true whether you validate it or not. Or the things that I desire for myself, I want those things, but I'm not going to die without those things. It's that type of energy. So it's not looking for validation, maybe even to manifest or create your life, or create something, or to be yourself. The Page of Wands is young. They're a creator. They're that true essence of what a creator is. Next to the Fool, I would say the Fool card is the total essence of a alchemist, a creator. Because it's number 0. 0, it can be formed into anything, and it sometimes you do have to step outside of yourself to find yourself. Sometimes you do have to trip and fall. Sometimes you create things out of nothing. Sometimes you're not the magician where you have all of the elements to create something. Sometimes people can create just simply by winging it, And the Page of Wands is a young energy. It's like he's leaving home for the first time. That's what it looks like. A child that's stepping out on his own, starting his own life, leaving the nest, and doing it without much experience. He's winging it. He's taking some sort of step forward, whether it's he knows where he's going or he doesn't know where he's going, but you notice he doesn't have anything with him. He doesn't have any baggage. He doesn't have any suitcases, anything with him. So he's pretty much stepping out, and that's what it's about. I'm just getting this energy of independence, like this woman here. It's kind of like Red Riding Hood. She's going on an adventure and a journey. And yeah, it can be scary. You don't know where you're headed. You don't know where you're going. But you always have to trust that you're being divinely guided. And that's that external thing that we look for something to show us the way. Much like, the stars and the heavens, we need something to navigate or help us to find our way. And I feel the moon only reveals so much, but it's that subconscious energy that I'm picking up. It's more internal than outer. I hope that makes sense. So the conclusion is the Five of Wands, which there will be some sort of fight within yourself. It could be certain things just don't vibrate with you anymore. You might find that could be that these people do represent actual people in your lives, or ideologies or beliefs that you once followed or once believed in, or something that you thought that you knew, or something you thought that you wanted, or something that you want to do that no one else agrees with or no one understands, or you feel like everything is, fighting against you, the odds are against you, or people just don't get it, or sometimes it has to be that way. At that very moment where it just seems like nothing is making sense, nobody understands, is the very moment where you turn inwardly. And I feel like that's the whole thing. That's the whole key. Sometimes you have to be at odds in order to find that even balance. Sometimes that has to happen. It's at those moments where we're fighting to the death until we can't fight anymore, or to the point where you just say, I give up, I'm tired, is when you go within yourself and it all makes sense. Or it leads you to the that challenging energy that you don't want to feel. I hope that makes sense. Because this is what's coming out, but that's what I'm getting. I really do hope it makes sense. Okay. Love energies. Let's see what's up with the love energies surrounding Tuesday, May 29th, 2018. What are the major energies? Separation. I had the strangest dream. I just felt guided to share this. So I had a dream yesterday. Well, what was yesterday? Sunday, let's say. It was Sunday. Because technically it's Tuesday here. Let's see. So I had a dream the other day, and I was in my room. I have like all kind of different lights in my room. Like I have a regular light, I have my purple light. So I had this dream that I was trying to find the light in my room. It was really dark in my room, and I'm trying to find the light. And the only light, I couldn't get my normal lighting to come on, like, this lighting I have on now. I couldn't find it. It wouldn't come on. It was like dark, like almost like my purple light, but it was darker than that. It was like a grayish color. The lighting would not come on. But the only light that I could see that would come on was my purple light. And I feel that it's kind of that subconscious and conscious energy that I feel spirit was trying to symbolize something for me, or show me something in my dream, or my higher self, whatever, was trying to show me something in my dream. That the normal lighting, I feel like, represents the conscious mind, the things that you can see, the outer world, and then the purple light represented my subconscious mind, my intuitive self, the dark energy, the things that are hidden, the things that are internal. And I feel like spirit was saying, I can't see my way through the dark. Sometimes you have to go through the dark. The dark is so demonized, but you can't find light without the dark. You have to go through the dark to find the light. And a lot of things, I feel like it had a lot of different meanings, but I feel like that's kind of what Spirit's trying to show us. I really don't know what's going on in the planets. I haven't looked up at any of the astrological things other than the Sagittarian full moon or whatever, but something about that, to navigate yourself through the dark, the subconscious, the internal first, rather than seeking outside first. So that's what I'm learning, more and more, and I get pushed towards that all the time. But I hope that makes sense, and I hope that that might help somebody. I don't know why I need to share that. But anyway, so you have separation and codependency as the overall energies. Separation says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Codependency says addictions are affecting your romantic life. I really don't pay attention too much to the wording. It's more about the energy on the card. But I feel like in your relationships too, you're going to have to detach from that neediness from someone or something to validate you. And it's not all just about romantic relationships. It could very well be, you know, your friendships too, your family members, whatever important connections you have in your life. It's not always about seeking that. Sometimes it's almost like this energy of having to leave the nest type of vibe, to where if you are seeking for your friends and your family to validate you in some way, your beliefs, or, you know, is it safe for me to do this? Is it safe for me to be this person? If you're always looking outside of yourself and you're kind of dependent upon that, Spirit's telling you to detach. And you might even be forced to detach in some sort of way. So, for instance, if you're the type that, say, your parents mean everything to you to the point to where you won't even date a person unless your parents like them. And I get that. That's cool. That makes sense. I understand that. I don't want to bring home someone that my family does not approve of and will never get along with. Of course, that makes sense. But at some point, though, is that a complete deal breaker? If this person is everything that you asked for, but your parents don't like them for whatever reason, whether it be their religion, whether it be their social status, whether it be their gender, their race, whatever, is that enough for you to go, I'm not going to mess with this person because my mom or my dad or both doesn't approve, or my family doesn't approve of that person? Or it could even be your friends, you know? You feel like you're so worried about what other people think about you that you don't do certain things because you're worried about how your friends are gonna, what they're gonna say. Are they gonna approve? If I don't have this type, I know people like this, where there's like a group of female friends that don't wear certain things around each other because they don't want the other friend to think that, you know, they don't got it like that, they don't have money, or that they look, you know, they don't look, what's the right word, like chic or fly enough, or they don't look cute enough if they wear this, and it's going to make them look like this. If I don't get this bag, then I'm not going to be the one in my clique that everybody, you know, that fits in with everybody because my friends have expensive bags. If I don't have one, you know, there's some friendships like that. That's kind of phony friendships to me. That's not real friendships, but I know situations like that. And it could also be pointing to things that are inauthentic too. So there are some separations that are happening. Spirit may even be removing people out of your life for the moment, because I'm not getting permanent energies. It's kind of like people are being kind of pulled out of the way for a moment. And when that happens, it's usually because Spirit wants you to spend time with yourself. So you might find that friends don't have time to hang out. You might find that family and friends just seem to not really be able to, you know, spend time with you, or it just seems like they're not listening to you, or it seems like you and your partner are just not on the same page. Maybe a breakup does happen. Maybe someone says we need a break. Maybe there is a blowout in between you and a family member or a friend. And I feel sometimes Spirit does that for us because we have to spend time with ourselves, but we don't hear it. We're not paying attention. We're not listening. we're clinging on to things. And when we cling on to something or someone, the more it repels, the more it removes itself from you, separates from you. But you notice that when you're in a relaxed mode and you're just being, that the things that are actually meant to attract will attract to you. Or just make you feel like you're alone, but it's really not alone. It's really for you, I feel, to find that dependent energy within yourself, to be dependent upon your own needs, not looking for him or her or mom and dad, so and so, to validate me or to make me happy or to make me feel whole, like I'm worth something. It's not about that. I feel like you're going to have to learn that on your own, because that's where the true magic happens. Everything has to start within first. It really does. Because have you ever heard of people who chase money, they try to get money, and it feels good to be making that money, but then when you really sit with it, it's like, all right, okay. Like, it's a process, and it's like if you're seeking something outside of yourself, you're still not getting that fulfillment that you thought you would get. You chase something so much, and it's like you're chasing something outside of yourself, but when you get it, you're cool. Some people say they want the love of their life, they want their soulmate, but when they get that person in their life, it's cool, it's all blissful in the moment, but then later on, it's like he's just another person or she's just another person in your life. They're just, he or she is there. Not to say that you don't love them and they don't mean anything to you, but it's not that big of a deal anymore once you have it. That's kind of how things are. The material things, whether it's we're chasing a person, whether we're chasing designer shoes, whether we're chasing a job, whether we're looking for something, and then when we get it, it might make us feel good at that time, but later on it's just another thing. So whatever you're looking for is really within yourself. And I feel like if you don't have that wholeness, you don't have that purpose and reason within yourself, it's not going to mean shit to you once it happens. So I feel like spirit does have to kind of remove some things out of the way for the time being so that you can see clearer, you can hear yourself, you can feel yourself much more. And with the codependency, it's kind of the opposite. This woman is totally, she's chilling. Like it's like she's on her throne. She's not tripping over anything going on around her necessarily. So I feel like it's switching from codependency into being dependent upon yourself. You have to learn that first, I feel, for some people. But, all right. So I'm going to do a pick a card with playing cards, my favorite. So if you guys have a yes or no question, the red suits are the yes cards. The black suits are the no cards. If you have a yes or no question. If it's just a guidance, like a guidance message, then yeah, same goes. Whatever resonates with you. So I'll do 4 cards today. So 4 cards that resonate with you, whatever. Maybe you have 4 different things you want to look into, questions, or whatever, how many ever cards you're resonating with or vibe with. Okay, 4 cards. That's card 1. That's card 2. That's card 3. And card 4. Alright. Okay, so before we get into that, if you guys would like a personal reading with me, waluchildreadings.com. Just be sure that you sign up as a member first in order to purchase a reading with me. Also, you guys, on Instantgo, which is a mobile app where I do instant readings, if you guys would like to purchase a reading there with me, you can. I do have a services tab on my Instantgo app. I'm running a promo code, so if you guys would like $5 off on any of my services on Instantgo, just enter the promo code WALU into the settings. Also, I do and book with me. Just email me so we can set up a schedule for you, a date and a time. Also, emergency readings are available, so if you guys feel like my time frame is too long for my readings, everything you'll need to know will be in the description box. Again, if you guys purchase from my website, be sure that you're a member on my website first, okay? All right. So I'll give you guys a moment to meditate on the cards that resonate with you the most, and then we'll go ahead and reveal the cards. If you feel like you need more time to meditate, pause the video. All right, go ahead. Okay, hope you guys had enough time to choose your cards. So, first card. If you ask a yes or no question, you have the Jack of Clubs, which is a no. I would say he's kind of like the page, kind of like the page or the Knight of Wands. So this could represent some sort of action. It could represent a message, an exciting message, or a message from someone who's pretty like out there, spontaneous, or it could be a message or something that comes to you spontaneously, unexpectedly, serendipitous. Could be something of excitement. He looks kind of drunk or something, or high. So it could be like a party invitation, or like some sort of going out, or you get a message from someone that they're sick, or they might need you at the last minute or something. It's kind of the energy I pick up. I don't know why, but that's what I'm picking up. Okay, card 2. You have the Queen of Spades, which is a no. Okay, this is a no card. If you ask a yes or a no, if it's an energy for you, this could represent an air sign woman, someone's mother, or someone, a female influence. I feel like this woman is very wise, someone that has a lot of information. She's very straight to the point. She doesn't play any games. When she tells you something, she means it. Sometimes her truths are very harsh, but she means well. Whoever this is, I feel like this could even be you. You might have to be that one that speaks some harsh truths to people. You might have to be someone that's just straight up with someone. Um, you might have to put your foot down too, or this is someone who puts their foot down. But if this is someone, I would advise that you pay attention to what this person has to say, because I feel like they're really honest. They have some truth, some wisdom to share. Card 3, if this was a yes or no, you have the Ten of Clubs, which is a no. Um, if this is just an energy, I feel like this is an ending to some sort of challenges. I feel like there will be a 360. So if there's something specific that you are dealing with that's trying pretty difficult for you right now, I feel like it's going to shift eventually, I feel. So there is some sort of struggle and ending, um, or a struggle or an ending to a struggle that's happening, I feel. Okay. Oh no. We have all no's. Who knows? But I have the Eight of Clubs, whatever your questions were. So the Eight of Clubs is like the Eight of Wands. So if this is an energy, I would say that there's definitely some sort of messages that surround you, and I'm getting more of synchronicities than anything, not so much like physical messages. It could be rapid messages like text messages, emails, phone calls, instant messengers, DMs, and stuff like that. But I'm kind of getting more so signs and synchronicities in an abundance, or something about the number 8. That's like a sign or a message to you. So that's what I'm picking up, you guys. I do hope that this reading resonates with you all, or whoever it's meant to resonate with, that you find it helpful and beneficial. Much love to you guys. As always, I will see you next time.